Alright, we are back in Sevtech Ages. The last time we were doing this, we had gotten through some Astral Sorcery stuff. We just started getting our city coal, city marble, I think it is, for a gigantic mega structure that we need for an attunement table. And we'd also gotten to start in on some immersive engineering stuff. We had a few larger buildings that we were hoping to make. We kind of didn't have the resources enough to build. Now, I can't recall exactly why I wanted to go into Astral Sorcery to get all this done. Can't recall exactly why we needed this attunement altar. But eventually we will probably need it for something. So it's a good idea to have it now. And then all this other stuff, the arc furnace, I believe, is a prerequisite for making the industrial squeezer, the industrial drying unit, and the mixer, which are the automatic versions of the I can't quite recall the name. It starts with a B. It's like the bucket over here, the basin, that's the one. That is the automatic version of the basin, and this is the automatic version of our drying racks here. So we won't have to keep doing all of that by hand, though our drying racks are sort of set up automatically. But it would just be nice to have those as an automated sort of thing. There's just in and of themselves. Now, unfortunately, we don't have enough sooty marble in order to build the structure required here. So let's see, I believe it's in Attunement. What we're going for. Yeah, here it is. So we've got to make this massive mega structure. Lots of sooty marble, which we don't have enough of just of that. Then we need the excess marble on the outside and on the pillars. So we have got to go out and find some more marble. If I recall correctly, if I take a look here, we need 225 sooty marble. And at the moment, we have a little bit shy of that. Oh no, we've actually got enough there. For the other types of marble, though, we need a fair bit as well. We need 80 marble arches, 4 ruined marble for the bases of the pillars, 12 marble pillars, all in all, and 4 chiseled marble, which I believe, if I'm recalling this correctly, comes out to 100 extra marble. And that we do not have. We've only got 38, so we're going to have to go in search of more marble. I believe we should have some more in the cave system beneath us, right beneath us that we've got going here. I don't think I cleaned it entirely out. I think I grabbed as much as I could, or as much as I thought reasonable. But was that a real-world recipe on the loading page? I'm not sure. Was there a recipe for like a cookbook or something of that type? I didn't even notice. If there was, neat. That's always a good thing. We will use our hammer to get more of this marble at once. I think we'll actually collect this gravel as well. It's always good to have some extra gravel. But the hammer should make collecting the marble easy enough, and the gravel will come in handy some point, probably. So let's see if we can grab some of that. It looks like we're collecting some limestone. I don't mind that so much. As I keep running into issues with just random material collections, it's never a bad idea to have some spare. And maybe we'll build a limestone building next, or a limestone expansion of a current building. At the moment, we don't have a lot of unused material, except for maybe cobblestone, which we're just collecting via happenstance of, getting all this other stuff with our hammer. Luckily for us, it looks like this cave system, or this cave vein of marble is pretty extensive. Remember to light everything up? Yep, I'm going through and lighting everything up as we go through. So just slowly in bits and spurts. And I do think that we are now low enough that even if we weren't to light everything up perfectly, I don't think it would be that much of a problem. We've got a fair bit of leeway between the entrance of this cave and the gigantic hole we've now dug in it. And that's an interesting situation. Apparently, this gravel stacked up on this pebble. But I think that's all that marble in that vein. Do I have over 100 marble? I think I do. I will go around looking for more. We do need more just to stick in the chest. We might need them for rituals and stuff. So I am going to keep an eye out for more. If we don't come across any in sort of a quick fashion here, I'll leave it be. But I think I see some up next to this lava. Yeah, there's more marble. We'll have to be careful not to fall into that lava, but I think it's just a lava flow. Yeah, it looks like just a lava flow. So we'll go and bar it off with some cobblestone. There we go. And that should keep it contained. There's marble right next to it. We'll just be careful when we go around there. Should make sure to keep lighting things up here. Yeah, it looks like we've stumbled across another fairly large vein. Oops. I think we carved away our torch position. One positive thing about working with the hammer, more than other tools just like the pickaxe or something, is that we get a lot more miscellaneous materials, which I initially thought was kind of rough. I don't really like having unnecessary materials where I don't need them. When I don't need them, rather. But I'm starting to notice is actually a positive boon here, considering how many random materials we apparently just need occasionally for builds or for other reasons, other purposes. So I'm starting to warm up on the idea. Whoa. All right, let's do the ye old torch clearing gravel method. For those not in the know, if gravel is falling onto a semi-block like a torch, it will break all of the falling gravel because it's technically in a different state than the rest of the placed gravel, the emplaced gravel. Unfortunately, it doesn't work if it's planted on the side, apparently. That is quite a bit of marble now. So we should be, hopefully, we should be set. If we end up needing more than that, I am going to be very shocked. Yeah, so I think it only works if it's the very last block in a fall. This ferrocalcite stone is actually kind of tough to mine. You can tell it's taken a little bit longer. Funnily enough, if you do mine like marble or something easy to mine, and ferrocalcite stone happens to be in the surrounding area, it'll actually mine at the same speed as the easier block. I think we'll leave the rest of this for later. We definitely have more than enough marble now to fill our needs. And we'll head on back up here. Yeah, it looks like it's become nighttime in the meantime. I'm going to switch our torches back to their traditional spot. Apparently I picked some more up somewhere. And we'll sleep the night away. We do need to do Astral Sorcery stuff, but that's going to be a big construction project before we do that. So I'll leave that for the daytime so we don't have to deal with any monsters. Unfortunately for us, this is going to be a massive, massive undertaking way up in the sky. So we're just going to have to hope that we don't have any issues with the construction of this. Where's my slime sling? There it is. We have not, as of yet, found an elevator system better than just doing this. I'm sure there is something. I'm sure that something is around, which is a better option, but I haven't yet found it, just muddling through the menus and all that. I think the first thing that we should do here, I'm not even sure that we'll have enough cobblestone to do it, is to build a scaffolding system. It'd be much easier to build this multi-block structure just as a on top of an existing area. We could build it just set up by itself, but I think that's a poor idea. I think I'm going to try to build a, what is it, 21 by 21 just to cover the outside here. So we'll build that off corner of this, I think. We'll call this the outermost block. 21 by 21. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is going to be very slow. 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21. And if my math is incorrect here, please correct me before I finish the structure. Because otherwise, 4, 5, 6. Otherwise, I will not build it large enough, or I will not have, I will spend more time building than I need to. I've also lost track. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, and 21. So now I should just be able to build over until I get to level with that end. And I did not do the math on this, so I have no idea how much cobblestone it's going to take. Whoops, I think here? Here, this block. So I think we'll have enough at our inventory. We had 3, 4 stacks. I think that should be enough for a single layer of cobblestone. Yeah. Perfect. Now we just get to fill it in here. In the event that we don't end up having enough cobblestone for all of this, we do have extra cobblestone at home. So we can just quickly run back and grab that. I have a feeling it's going to take more than a day, though, to build this whole structure. Maybe we'll finish the base of this just during the day, if we're efficient about it, but we'll probably have to wait at least another day to get to the night where we actually do attunement altar things. If we can ever remember why exactly we needed the attunement altar to begin with. Whoops. Not how I wanted that to go. Yeah, looks like that is all of our cobblestone used up. Oops. I was going to slime sling off of the top of there, but this works too. This should get us across. Whoa, right into the cave, actually. But luckily for us, we don't have to go cobblestone mining anymore. We can just go grab it from here. Now let's see. It should be down here. Ooh, we don't have quite as much as I thought we did. We will try to sort... Actually, no, that would be a terrible idea. Let's not try to sort everything else back out. Where have we been putting our gravel, pray tell? Do we have any more gravel? Have we used it all up? In here, it looks like. And a slate can go in there as well. We don't need any of that. I think that should be good. We'll just work our way back up that tower. This cobblestone should be enough to finish the rest of the structure. I think it took about... Oops. About 3 stacks to get where we're currently at. So a further 3 stacks should be enough to fill up the rest of that structure here. Alrighty. So, we'll take out that slime sling. Ooh, there we go. We can get all of this going. No. Looks like it uses just about a full stack to build each of these 3 spaced rows that we're doing. So So I might actually completely run out of cobblestone after this. Might not even have enough to make it to the end here. I would really love if this was, if I had the rationale of just making these cobblestone platforms as I was in a skyblock world, but considering we've got all that ground beneath us, I unfortunately have to just go back to the fact that I am lazy and don't have a creative bone in my body. I don't think I can make structures look very good. So we're just going to have to rely on these sort of jank-looking structures to be our playgrounds. As long as they're functional... Yeah, I'm actually a little short. As long as they're functional, I consider them good. Can I steal some cobblestone from somewhere here? Don't want to steal any from these platforms. They're kind of small enough to walk on as is. I think I'll just go down to ground. Quickly rip up a couple more. And honestly, I should probably grab quite a few more just using my hammer, because we are going to need that for other options here. Man, remember when we terraformed that hole using our pickaxe and it took absolutely ages, and now we get to do this. I do think we'll have to make another sharpening kit for our tool here. It is probably going to end up going the way of the dodo. And we'll do this for fun as well. 2 stacks, that should definitely be enough. I'll have one and a little bit to bring back, though, now that I say it out loud. I think I'll just get a little bit more than one. Okay, should be good. Oops. Both to build the rest of our structure up there and to get a little bit saved up for home. And that hammer is looking mighty weak, so we'll not rely on that to repair itself. We'll go and make a sharpening kit for it. Okay, perfect. So, that is that done. Now that we have the superstructure, let's get on the normal version. So I'll just build the frame first. Good, there's our Astral Tome. I'll build this outside frame. That'll be easy, then I can just line the inside kind of as it goes. So we do need ruined marble, it looks like, all around. No, marble arches all around. So let's go get our chisel. And how many marble arches does it say we need? 80. So that'll be 64 marble arches. Then, let's see, further 6 to make it 70, so 16 to make it 80. 80 marble arches. We'll keep that on us for when we inevitably need it. So we'll start out here. It's kind of like a square around the corners. Yeah, the bottom isn't even filled in. So it's a square with the inner, the centerpiece and the innermost piece missing. Like so. And then build it there? Yes, build it across. So, well, I suppose we can just build till one before the opposite corner, right? So here. Shoot. Okay, let's just check that I've done my math here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So this should be the outermost block. I think we messed it up a little bit. We need to do it like so. Yes. Okay, and that does leave exactly one block on the outside, so we'll know to do that correctly. We've done it again. We'll need to set it up like so. I hope the fact that I'm up here means that the monsters won't spawn up here, because I don't want to light this area up since we're just building this at the moment. And I think the light from whatever this altar is should be enough to consider it good. Yeah, there we go. exactly 80 ruined marble. Now we get to move on to the sooty marble. Is it just, oops, is it just plain sooty marble? Yeah, no chiseled marble in any way there. So let's go and fill in this huge square. This is much, much easier now that we've already got the scaffolding below us to just walk around on. Though we are still making some mistakes here and there. And I have no idea if the sooty marble is considered a material that monsters can spawn on. There are materials, at least the way that normal Minecraft logic works, there are materials that monsters can spawn on, and there are materials that they cannot. At least that's how I think that works. So hopefully this will be one of those, and hopefully it keeps the same logic here. Not seeing any monsters spawn yet, though, which is a positive sign. There we go, and we've got 6 extra remaining here. So now we get to the annoying parts. We have to chisel these into, let's see, ruined marble, I think that is. Let's take that. We need 4 ruined marble. I suppose I should only take what I need there. 4 ruined marble for the corners, and I'll put a temporary block. Oh, how am I going to do this? I'll put it there. And we can build that over the gaping hole. So we need those in the corners. Perfect. And then we need 3 pillars on top of them. Judging by what I'm looking at, it's kind of distant, but we need 12 marble pillars total, divided by 4. Yeah, so 3 of them on top of each of those. Whoops. 12 marble pillars from Astral Sorcery. Lovely. Oops, 3rd one in place. There we go. And hopefully this one won't, this building recipe won't try to trick me like that one did. I think we were having issues with that one before because I believe it's these interior and corner pieces were actually made of something different than this marble arch. And there's no way to get a cross section of a single layer. But we ended up figuring that out with the help of chat, so that is now functional. Now it's time for... what is this? Chiseled marble. As opposed to all the other marble that we definitely did not chisel, and we only need 4 of those. There it is. Okay. And conveniently, we finished this up, like, right in the dead of nighttime. Oh, spiders are unfortunately starting to spawn. So this should all be finished. We'll stick this in the center, which, All right, how are we going to do this? This is a 15 by 15 square, right? So dead center should be 8 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think yeah, that makes sense. It looks like it's doing something, so I think this is correct. I'll start lighting up the outside here. 21 inclusively divided by like 8, or maybe like 5. No idea. Maybe by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we'll put it in line with everything here. Corners and in line with the actual table at the center. I just like to have it neat and tidy, you know? Everything has to be evened out. Luckily, we can check. Ooh, with this. That is not so great. If we put torches on top, how does that affect things? I don't think that should affect the actual utilization of the block here. I think it should still work for the structure as long as we don't place it inside it, or maybe even if we do. How's that doing? Helps a little bit. I'm honestly not too sure. But now that we've got that down, how do we use this thing? How do we use this sucker? And what, pray tell, do we make it? Make with it, rather. So, actually, we've got it pinned up right here. What can we use you to make? Nothing. This seems wrong. Did I really build this for no reason? Surely I built this for a specific purpose. Let's check in our guide here. Once everything is properly arranged, the central altar and the relays will start glowing as bright blue starlight streams through them, but only at night. Bright blue starlight. I'm seeing white starlight. Have I done this incorrectly? Calculations show that the focused rays should be sufficiently strong enough to lift the golden ornaments from the altar from the ground when active. Only real question that remains: what types of objects can readily accept attunement? What about rock crystals and crystal tools? Can a body withstand the rays if it steps into the light? Is it lifting up differently? Those like gold baubles, are they lifting up differently than they were before? I think it's probably, let's see if that works. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so it did work there. I think it might be used with these lenses that we've gathered before. I'll start putting these at the edges, I think. All 4 edges. Oops. And that's not how that's supposed to go. Can it? Oh, maybe it can only face one direction here. Hopefully when I try to attune them, when I link them up here, it'll face the right way, because we do have this linking tool. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we can link these up now. Though, linked lens to lens. Can only one of these be linked at a time? I'm not quite sure what's going on. We'll also double check our nutrition. We are just eating through all of our stuff here because we're... Uh-oh. I've stopped linking. Oh, I also can't eat because I'm already full up. Right. So, selected lens. Select the block. Lens to lens. No, this is not how I wanted that to work. There we go. Oh, this is actually out of alignment. Oh, I see. So maybe only one of these can be linked to the block at any one time. And then we'll just switch. Yeah, so it's looking like only one lens can technically be linked to this block, which is kind of annoying to me, honestly. Or maybe I'm nuts. Why is this unable to be... Oh, wait, is this also out of alignment? No? No, this is pretty good. Uh-oh. There we go. Switch that off. Okay. I think it's good. That might have been linked already. But now these lenses should all be linked. So how, pray tell, do we use this? We'll go drop off all of our marble and excess stuff in this chest over here. We'll drop 2 full stacks off in here, and we'll leave the rest to bring back home. We will drop the city marble off as well, though, because that is something that is unique to Astral Sorcery. How on earth does this table work? Let's go do some daylight reading here. Let's go back, see what connections we can make. So this is self-attunement. So maybe by standing on that, we can change something about ourselves. I'm not going to look into it too carefully, too closely here. maybe it's star metal here? Maybe we were trying to find a better way to make star metal. I could absolutely see us looking for that, because currently our star metal creation process is a little bit rough. The star metal ore creation process. Yes, yes, it was. So now we can turn iron ore flat into star metal ore, assuming we can dump it in there. I will bring up our collection of iron ore. I'll also toss our linking tool in here. I will bring that up here because we have other types of iron ore that we use to smelt. We've got these clusters, iron clusters, and I think it's the iron ore specifically that'll work to turn into star metal ingot. And I'm not sure exactly, honestly, where we've been getting this iron ore proper, because all of the iron ore that we've mined turns straight into those clusters. And I have no idea if that functions the same way. No idea if that functions the same way as iron ore if we put it in here. So I'm just going to try to play it safe and keep this iron ore up here so we don't accidentally smelt it or turn into iron cluster. Now, we have, assuming this worked out correctly, we now have access to star metal ingots at a much, much easier processing time. We can use that to gain star dust. Yeah, star dust, using the grindstone, if I recall correctly, with a possibility to double our stardust gain. And there's probably some other things we can do with it. But we've got all that set up, so that'll just fix our quality of life over there. It was in the Twilight Dimension in one of the hills. I thought when we mined it there, it still turned into the cluster. I mean, maybe not. Perhaps that's something else, but... Oh, you know, it actually might be, because it's iron. I think it's iron ore proper there, and it's like hematite ore or something in this dimension instead. Okay, so okay, that's good to know. We'll resort everything out here and toss our spider eye into its proper chest, and now time to figure out the hibachi. So, concentrated hellfire, just hellfire dust. Right, and for that we needed more netherrack, more than anything. Netherrack, because we've got the soul sand, which means we will have to make a nether portal here. And that requires these magma blocks. If I still have them. Oh, netherrack should not be in there. That should be up there. Not sure how that got in there. Really not sure how they got in there. Maybe it auto-sorted. We've got gloomy netherrack and netherrack proper, but they both should turn into ground netherrack. Now, these magma blocks can be turned into obsidian. Ah, that's what we needed for. We needed this to make the Starlight transmutation table in order to make these magma blocks into obsidian. So we will need to wait till night, and we do need 10 of those, if I'm cutting corners correctly. Maybe I'll make 12 or 14 just to be safe, because we should need, let's do it with, oh, we accidentally brought the chisel back. Let's do it with some cobblestone here, just so I can do the math. I think it's 10 for a minimum and 12 for the full deal. I think we'll put that over here. It would be like that, right? No, I think one taller. Yeah, I think it's exactly the same size as this. So this house, portal house, is actually getting a little small for our purposes, but that'll be okay. So we would make it like that. It'll be a little nestled here. Maybe we should move this across. I'm afraid that if we break it, all of our construction in there, our kind of protective area with the punji sticks, will move as well. So I'm debating whether we move this across to the other side here, or just leave it as such, and leave the beneath teleporter all settled where it is. I think that might be where what we're going to do. This should be exactly the same orientation as a proper nether portal. Now, we had started out with 17, and we are at 3, so I do believe I was correct in my counting there. It should be a total of 14 bricks. 14 obsidian, that is. We'll leave that open, because that'll be where our Nether Portal eventually goes. And we'll just wait for night to come. Now, while we're waiting for that to happen, why don't we get on our food supply here? We did decide that fish and chips, I believe. Yeah. This here is what we're going to use for our protein and vegetable, because we have access to fish and salmon. I wish I could turn other fish into that, but unfortunately that's going to have to be how it is. And the paper cones were actually what we were trying to make the industrial drying unit for, so we didn't have to make pulp out of this glue. Oh, I tell a lie. We still need glue. Oh, this is rather annoying. This is actually super duper annoying. Okay, I thought we had cleared ourselves here. So I guess we still need glue to make that process. But we do know that we want fish and chips. And for our, was it fruit? We wanted pumpkin pie, which will need sugar, pumpkin, raw eggs, and flour, all of which we have the ability to make. Now, I think we'll be fine with the millstone for this, but I do want to get the mixer and the industrial drying unit set up here. And that looks like a whole lot of business here to do. Now looking at this, unfortunately it does cycle through what we need, but all of the unfamiliar item slots do look like they turn at least once into something that we know how to make. Tiny energy hatch. I am having trouble catching it because it's honestly so fast. Small item outputs and inputs, I think, are the bottom and the middle respectively. And then a tiny energy input hatch for the second to bottom are the ones we need there. Now, unfortunately, to get all of those, I think we do need Modularium, which we can get, let's see, from the arc furnace with aluminum, iron, and redstone. Iron grit specifically, which is just ground up iron anything, I'm assuming. I assume these are iron from different dimensions, iron ore blocks from different dimensions. We do just need to grind up some iron on the grindstone, the astral grindstone, actually. Other than that, torch. Yeah, I'll throw that in there. Other than that, not really sure what to do. Oh, right. We should pin our oven-ready pumpkin pie mix in there. I think we should keep collecting these pumpkins as fast as we can here, because these will probably be our limiting reactant, other than with maybe the paper, probably the paper, because the glue is kind of scarce. Luckily for us, the fish and chips restores humongous amounts of food and saturation. I think that's pretty much full, if I'm looking at it correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so not quite full hunger, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.5 saturation, so just under full saturation. If we do start using that as a food, we will be set for a long time just eating one of them, because they have tons and tons and tons of calories. So I believe how that works. I do see the sun starting to go, starting to go down out there. So I'm going to quickly throw everything back in the chest. We'll throw, not sure where I got the worms, but we'll throw those in the strainer, just to have that running. And we will get ourselves darted across here. Oh, a shark has beached itself. Well, I don't mind taking you for all you're worth, mate. Well, we missed the cutoff there by 1 second. To get an even eat, so we'll just wait until it hits 7. Now, let's go re-grab our magma blocks out of there. Hopefully this doesn't take too long for the attunement process and all of the other stuff that's going to happen. I'm hoping we'll be able to get done all of the attunement of this from magma blocks into obsidian in one night. Ooh, ow. My combat is not going very well. There we go. We'll go and get ourselves to the top. Ooh, ow. In order to get the attunement process started. I want to have the maximum amount of time to do this tonight. I don't know how long it all takes, and I don't honestly even know how to determine if it's working. I assume that we'll just be able to throw it in there. It didn't have a UI when we... Oh no. How do we do this? Like that? No. Oh, no. This is not happening. Really? All right, let's do some more reading here. How does attunement work? So need to be much larger. Such a blanket collection method would require additional focuses for Starlight within the structure itself using relays. Channeling into a central point. The placement of the relays needs to be deliberate, as they will determine which constellation the altar can attune with. What? Additional focuses for Starlight within the structure itself using relays, channeling it to a central point. Placement of the relays needs to be deliberate. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, no. Okay, I'm understanding now. So, what we need to do, and actually we have it in here, is fix up our constellations. Oh, man. I think that's how this goes. Right? So, oh man. So we need to space these out in some way to form a constellation. Is that how I'm understanding this correctly? So everything is properly arranged. The central altar and the relays will start glowing as bright blue starlight streams through them, but only at night. Calculations show that the focused rays should presumably be sufficiently strong enough to lift the golden ornaments from the altar off the ground when active. So they are lifted, sort of. Man, this stuff is so obtuse. Final piece of the structure is a special altar that can serve as a focus point. So we're not getting blue starlight streams here. We are just getting kind of this twinkling on the ground. What kind of objects can readily accept attunement? What about rock crystals and crystal tools? Can a body withstand the rays if it steps into the light? Yeah, I've got no idea. What I will actually try to do, I'll just throw this on top, and I will try to attune these lenses directly into the block. If we can get them going into the block itself, then we should, emphasis on should, be able to skip whatever this process is. Now they're all pointed over there. I can't see any... Oh, shoot, the twinkling itself has stopped. Yeah, I can't see any visual indication that it would be... that this would work. Shoot! Oh, man. Double check spacing, maybe? I mean, I think I constructed it correctly. Because if not, I don't think these effects would be going off. And it does only happen when this is linked up, when all these lenses are linked up. So it must have something to do with these constellations that it's talking about. Unfortunately for me, I don't have a whole lot of constellations known. I think that there are many more than the ones that I've currently got. I've only done these few bits, and the Constellation Paper is not too difficult to get. I think it was a Necronomicon ritual. I believe that was back in Exploration. Let's see if I can find that. Perhaps not there. Perhaps in Discovery. Constellation Paper, there it is. So that's Aquamarine, Plant Cloth, and Parchment. Which isn't too difficult to get. A little bit annoying. No, this makes the Astral Tome. And yeah, so it's just the washi here, and surrounded by Aquamarine. So I may go and figure that out. What I do want to figure out is how each of these can be made. It does use the Starlight table. How was washi made? I feel like that was one of the ones that involved a lot of processing. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Shoot. Okay. So we need the mulberry bark. Again. We have torn up all our mulberry trees, unfortunately. We should have probably shaved off the mulberry bark. And now that I'm here, I'm thinking I should drop off our linking tools and stuff up top there. Oh man, everything is like it has a little more effort than I would think exactly reasonable. We've unfortunately wasted the night though, so whatever we're going to try out there, it wasn't working anyway, but it's definitely not going to work from now on. So that's that problem. Not solved in the slightest. We'll go and jump over here. See if we have any more mulberry trees left. I think we turned them all into planks, unfortunately. Yeah, eucalyptus. No mulberry bark. So let's go come back and plant all of those things. We'll strip them all for bark first, and then we will... Hold on a minute. We had to strip these for bark using the saw. Apparently I've also slept the night away. With my door open and a spider close by. Lovely. Do we have... toss that back in. Bark sitting around. Yes. A single one. Dang. No. That's not good. So we do unfortunately have to plant all these. What I might do is get them growing a little bit more quick-like using this watering can. Now I know this works on crops. I do not know if it works on saplings. We do have a single one here, single tree. There's that. And we'll just refill this area again. Now it affects a 3x3 field, and I honestly don't mind if the leaves kind of grow into each other. That's totally fine. I want to see. Let's get this out of the way. Yes, this is absolutely working here. It's kind of haphazard whether or not works off the bat. And in fact, these might be considered too shaded. So I'll start tearing these down. This will be a faster growing process. It's essentially like we're using free bone meal. We're just using water instead. And this should technically be emptying, but it only has the filled modifier on it, so that may be bugged. Oh, these are actually really huge trees, too. And I'm going to try to get quite a bit of washi, as much as possible, really. Yep, those two grew right off the bat. That one finally is gone. These two gonna yield anything? That one did. Yeah, I think that the area you have to aim with this for is actually the block right on top of what you're planning on watering. Because when I was watering the ground, it was sort of working out, but not super well. As soon as I moved up to the saplings, though, ended up working out perfectly. So we'll have all of this. I don't know how much I'll need to chop to get enough washi to do a whole bunch of constellations. We can just make it off of the, off of the Starlight crafting table. Whatever the upgraded version that we have is called. I think it's the Starlight Altar. So we don't have to mess with the Necronomicon anymore like we used to in one of the previous eras. I think it was age... I want to say age 1 that we had to use the Necronomicon and that sort of ritual stuff to get. Don't have to do that, luckily. But we do have to make it in the Starlight Altar, which is still a pain in the ass of it in and of itself. Quite the pain in the butt. This also exists for some reason. Just gonna... There we go. Do that on all. And in fact, you know, I think... No, since it only does a 3x3 square, there's no real way for me to do this effectively. Now, if I put it on the side... Yeah, you can see as soon as I pour this on the ground, the dirt beneath those trees, beneath the saplings, actually goes on and heals up. It just turns back into grass. But it takes me putting them actually on top of the saplings for them to get affected effectively by it. I suppose if I wanted to be super crisp about it, I could put saplings immediately next to each other, but I do like having a little bit of room to wander around between them. Oh, that one really just doesn't want to grow. I wish it was just only slightly bigger, the radius of this. Wow. Yeah, lots of nothing going on there. Oh, apparently now it works. So it does kind of work. I can't quite tell if it's working properly, but by putting it on the ground. Yeah, I've got no idea. It seems like it works better when you actually use it directly on them, but doing it on the ground also seems to have similar effects, so I don't know. Alright, once we're done with this batch of them, I think I'll replant some more mulberry trees, just for wood purposes. We'll go and saw up all of the wood that we've got here. We won't spend time watering them with the watering can. We'll spend the time instead turning all of this into bark and subsequently into pulp, which is unfortunately going to require a whole lot, like a ridiculous amount of basic work. I really wish this saw was a little bit quieter. Absolutely definite. I'm sure you guys probably don't have much better. I've got the sound pulled a little bit down from in-game sounds on the stream, but straight into bark sawdust planks. Stand in front of it here, just hold down right click. As soon as it updates, it should just go around there. My goodness, my ears. This alone is going to make me go completely deaf. Alright, finally done. And it is conveniently in a sack of 4 here. Let's see, how should we do this? No, we'll go wait for that later. So if we just slap it in here, we get to stirring. We'll be good. Yeah, we don't need to put anything else in there. Save water. So now we get to stand here forever and do this. I was really hoping we'd have a basin, is it? No, the industrial washing machine, something like that. Might be the industrial mixer. Before we had to do any sort of mass production like we are doing now. I'll do the first not quite stack, and then hang it up to dry, and then I'll do the second stack while that's drying. So we've got it a little more efficient. I'm just lucky that this, unlike the hand crank for the mill from the first era, does not take up any food. That would be super duper annoying if it did. That giant altar thing you made isn't actually related to the magma cube turning into obsidian. Okay, that's not good news, because I officially don't understand how that works then. I think it's a different altar? You're kidding! No, it can't be a different altar. Oh man. Okay, give it to me. Give it to me straight here. How big is this altar, and how much am I gonna have to work for it? Look it up, and the altar looks way smaller. Okay. That's not good. We'll call that good. We'll go and spread this out into 8 different stacks. Once we clear our inventory here. On the plus side, we will now have tons and tons of planks to work with. 3 planks all day long. So let's get our mulberry sorted into 8 stacks. And those will go while we're going and doing more basin washing. I think it's a celestial altar. No, that can't be right. Because the celestial altar is the main crafting table that we have, and that doesn't imbue anything. You have to do it's essentially another crafting table, unless you're telling me that the recipe in that is just the magma cube or magma blocks, and you just toss them in there, which doesn't seem right. I don't think that's right. I think that, and recall that this mod pack does have slightly different option here. It does have slightly different options because it is a mod pack with age separation, and so the way the default mod works may not be the same way it works here. I don't know. I'm looking up how to turn iron ore into star metal ore. Looks like the person is using Celestial Altar. Well, yeah. So there is a method to turn iron into star metal just via the Celestial Altar. That is a crafting recipe, and that is something we have been using. It's been using the clusters specifically, but it takes a whole lot more work to do it that way. It just takes a lot more work and a lot more resources. So if we could do it just via the altar, the Attunement altar, I think it is, it would be just a much easier process. And also at the moment we're not looking to turn iron ore into star metal ore. We are specifically looking on how to turn it into turn magmatic cubes into obsidian. And that may very well be a crafting recipe that is only in Sevtech Ages. So I could absolutely be wrong here. But at the very least, that is all of our pulp turned into soaked pulp. There's all of that. Yeah, no, your help is very well appreciated. I don't think that's the correct way that that's working out here. Right, so once we get our pulp out, we make it into the sheets. Then we press those sheets into washi, or we make a netted screen. How is this made? Whoa, that's its own deal of thing. Bottle of Japanese ancestry. What are we sticking a needle into a Japanese person and taking out their ancestry? How's that? How does that work? What? I'm sorry, I find that very funny. I find that very silly. The fact that you can take a bottle of Japanese ancestry and make that. I find that really funny, man. Well, I don't think we'll be able to do that since it does require an enchanting table, which does require obsidian in the first place. So we'll just press all this washi into the sheets, and then we'll turn the sheets into parchment. So all of that would, yeah, all of that would cluster down by 4. I think we'll only get maybe half a stack at most of Constellation paper. Maybe even less than that. Maybe just 16-ish pieces of Constellation paper. I hope they should all be something new, but there's no telling. Set that up here. Honestly, that's going to take a while to get done, so we're just going to wait on that. Spend the night. Maybe we'll do some more farming here, because we do have to, let's see, get baked potato. We do have to also make this knife, which makes a knife blade not too bad, and a knife handle. Just a wrapped leather wrapped around a stick. We do need to get some baked potato. Now, we have a potato farm. Has it come out with any results yet? No, I don't believe so. So let's go and check our potato farm and see if we can grab a stack or so off of it. We've also run out of all of our food except for our apples here. It's a good time to start thinking about investing into other food sources. Oh, that's actually... Okay, that's strange. That apparently was not tilled for some reason. No potato on it. And this should give us more than enough potato, more than a stack. We're getting, yeah, basically a profit off of this. We'll stick one in here to cook, because we do need baked potato to chop up into fries. The rest of it shall go into our crafting areas. Oh, we got poisonous potato as well. Does that actually make more in this? Poison bucket. Straight poison. Oh, and a saturation potion flask. Interesting. If we were interested in doing some alchemy here. We won't, but you know, if we had any intention of doing so, we'd have a acceptable measure here. Now I'm feeling that we're not going to get our paper production. We're not going to get that in time for our hunger to get going here. So I'm going to stick. See if I can find it. I'm going to go grab some more wheat and stick it in the grinder and then in the grill to make some more bread. And that way we'll use some of that shark meat that we have to make sandwiches, because that is one of the only recipes that shark meat can actually make. And we've got a fair amount of it because sharks keep coming after us in our underwater forays, which, you know, is their want. Though, reminder, sharks are very nice in real life. I mean, they'll still bite you, but it's more out of curiosity and boredom than anything else. I'm telling you, if sharks had Game Boys, people would probably get eaten by sharks a lot less than they do, which is not a lot in the first place. And I think I hear a zombie sneaking up behind me. Yep, there he is. And there he goes. Perfect. Okay, so let's drop all of this off. Grab a stack out of here. Oh, and we'll toss the extra seeds in there. Let's shove it in our mill. Not our horse grinder, because the horse grindstone is not as, I forget it, fast or efficient. I think it's as quick as our mill, unfortunately. Or aren't you just doing the standard lava and water trick? Okay, so the reason that I'm not doing lava and water is because we need a pickaxe with the level of diamond to go and do that. And we currently only have this iron pickaxe. We're comfortable with it. We've got XP with it, but we've only got 3 diamonds, and 4 diamonds actually. And I don't think we've got any more. Now, I'm actually going to go check here, because we did pick up some more materials. We picked up, what is it, platinum, aluminum, lead, and silver now. I'm going to go check the book out and see if any of those have diamond level mining capabilities. You do the thing where you create those blocks in the form of the portal. Oh, the speedrunning strat. I suppose I could. Unfortunately, the only source of lava we have close to us, on the overworld at least, is right over there, which we're kind of using to power our furnaces. Furnaces, I think it is. I will go and check out some of the new materials that we've picked up, though. So there's iron, mining level of diamond. So we're looking for something with the mining level of obsidian. Apparently this night slime stuff has it. No idea what that's from. Cobalt and ardite have the mining level of cobalt, which I assume is one above obsidian, but we don't have access to that yet, not that we know of. Same with manulin. Bronze has a mining level of diamond. Lead, for some reason, has a mining level of iron. Silver, electrum, not sure what that is. Probably a combination material. Steel has a mining level of obsidian. Bisselnite, not sure where that comes from. Refined corallium has a mining level of 5. But I'm honestly not sure how we'd get that. I think 5 is diamond or obsidian. Oh, wow. Refined corallium. Ah, so we don't know what that is yet. We'd have to go further into Abyssal Craft, and I'm considering the things that have been in Abyssal Craft so far. I'm not quite sure that I want to go that direction. Yeah, so it looks like only a very few materials have a mining level of obsidian or higher. The only one of which we could theoretically get is steel, but we'd have to get our blast furnace functioning here. Functioning and built, let's see, which we've only got the coke brick furnace done. So we'd have to, let's go check the construction manual there. Get this crude blast furnace. So, it needs blast brick, which is this stuff, which we need nether brick for, which we need something for. The kiln, the stoked kiln, which requires the hibachi, unfortunately. Ah, so I've traced back why we need the hibachi then. But unfortunately, everything relies on us going back into the nether, which, to go grab more ground netherrack, we'll need at least 64 of those, which is just a no-go, really. Unless we get that obsidian portal made. I might, I say, add a modifier onto our pick. Because we do have... Oh no, we can't do that yet. We don't know what diamond is. Really? We don't know what diamond is? I guess we weren't supposed to obtain those diamonds wherever we happen to get them. So we can't use this in crafting or anything. Yeah, we can pick them up, but as soon as we mouse over them, it'll just toss them on the floor like that. Dang. So I was hoping we'd be able to give them the diamond modifier here, but yeah, no, be a bit annoying. Why not run to your Nether Portal and get the stuff there? Mostly because I want to get it done here. I want to fill up a Nether Portal here, because the closest Nether Portal beyond here is way out there, like almost the edge of where we've been before. So I don't want to have to run back and forth there every time in order to get that stuff going. That's just a little too much inconvenience for me. Unfortunately, the stuff is taking absolutely ages to dry. Very, very unfortunately. Oh, a fair bit of it is dried already. Let's see what to do in the meantime. Ah, we can probably check on our mill. Anything done here? It's about halfway done. Yeah, no. I don't think we can really afford to do any of that. We're kind of stuck on multiple fronts here. Honestly, you could be correct. It might be the better option to just eat the loss and use the speedrunner strat of kind of glitchily dumping some water around, putting obsidian or lava buckets straight in the position we want so we can make them into obsidian, and then just having that be that. But it's, I don't know, it feels cheatery. And I know I've done things like go straight into creative mode and stuff, but I've tried to do it with a bit of a will to only, collect our items or beat a boss that I thought was pretty unfair, honestly, with the Hydra. And so I consider that cheating, but I consider that cheating with good motivations. That just seems like something that we're kind of just skipping a step for the sake of skipping a step. So I don't really want to get it done that way. I suppose while we're waiting on everything, we'll go and make some more arrows here out of reeds. And actually, check our chest here. I think we can go farm our sugarcane farm. So maybe we'll skip out on the engineering degree right now and just go be a humble farmer. we drop any in the water? I think our iron magnetic perk should have picked it all up. I think we're good. We'll go use this stuff to make... we'll drop some of this off after... There we go. Whoops. We'll go use this to make more arrows. We've got the bone that we need, and we have plenty now of feathers. So we should be able to make a fair few arrows off of this stuff. They don't do a ton of damage, but with our bow, I think these should be fine for a while, until we start getting mobs that are really, really annoying. So we'll make the, let's see, fletching. There it is. That'll be made out of feathers. And I think we'll make 2. We will make the rods. See, that is an arrow shaft. Yeah. That reads. And last but not least, we will make the arrowheads, if we can find them, out of bone again. Lovely. We can just get those all crafted up. We've got a fair backup here. Everything I've looked up, it looks like you'll need something called a collector crystal to do the transmutation, not the giant altar you made. Okay, well, let's go look up what that is. Collector crystals. It's kind of an expensive recipe here. I assume that these are all the same. Yeah, it just looks like they are different, different constellations. So this requires resonating gems, stardust, illumination powder, and an attuned rock crystal. Now we have normal rock crystals. How does one make an attuned rock crystal? Let's go check. We'll drop all this stuff off first. Let us go check the Astral Sorcery book. At this point, I really do feel like I'm in university right now. I'm just reading various books, trying desperately to understand them before the test, which I guess in this would be like nighttime coming and having to actually perform all of the conversions that we're trying to get going. Oops, wrong way. And all of it's basically falling to pieces, which is an exact college experience right there. The moon's coming up and the sun is setting. So let's go check out our book here, see how we make an attuned crystal, attuned rock crystal. What do you have for us? Ancient shrines. Nope. I don't think this is what we're looking for. Those are all in discovery. Exploration, perhaps. Crystal growth, rock crystal properties. No, that's probably all those numbers that we've been completely ignoring because that's entirely too much. Oops, entirely too much work to classify them all by their crystal amounts and crystal properties. Let's see, celestial crystals, collector crystals. Growing more familiar with handling attuned crystals and their properties, recreating what was found in those shrines may be possible. Simple attuned crystal alone has proven too weak to properly channel the same amount of starlight energies the big floating crystals seem to contain. Enhancing the attuned crystals, however, might lead to something similar to the collector crystals by changing the base crystal. Further enhancement beyond. Okay, yeah, that's all the stuff. All of the stuff for the collector crystals. But how do I get the focused crystals? Crystal attunement. There we go. Just as someone can attune themselves to the constellation, becoming more sensitive to the constellation Starlight, rock crystals can also be attuned. How? This none of this says anything about what? Why is this so absurd? Why is this so obtuse? I... hmm. Active channeling. Hold on a minute. This... No. No, I don't know what this is doing. I was doing something entirely different. Oh, man. So that's talking about iron transmutation using the linking tool. Probably focused Starlight. Having iron shimmer in a blue color is nice and all. These focused beams of Starlight are more useful than that. More specifically, these beams are focused forms of Starlight. The many devices, rituals, and altars that need to collect Starlight by themselves will benefit from more steady and gathered amount of Starlight than they could gather on their own, improving their performance. What? Hold on a moment. It can't be that simple. So we made this, right? Did we forget to put in lenses in this? Like, it has the texture and everything, but this book indicates that there is a separation between a crystal lens and the lens holder, the thing that is called a lens. Okay. So we made exactly that. What is the difference between that and focused Starlight? Nothing. This is an entirely different object. Oh, man. This is entirely too inconvenient. It's all kind of obfuscated under different like terms and fanciful language and just a whole lot of fancy wording that really tells us nothing. A whole lot of words here that just say absolutely nothing at all. So it is saying here, though, whoops, that iron transmutation is involved by linking a lens straight to an iron block. Whoops, wrong direction. We'll just get on this one. There we go. There we go. Now we're back. We're lined back up. So I'm going to try this with the iron specifically. Just the iron ore. Oh, and we should grab the linking tool. Because if it works with the iron ore, the way that I am assuming it's currently going to work, then it should work the magma cube. I don't see any blue lines forming up here, though. So maybe we can just drop it right there. Link it up that way. Because it's saying that there should be some blue lines forming, which I assume would be in a similar method to the other sort of stuff, but this is not seeming to be working at all. We'll relink that to the table, to whatever this is, the Attunement altar. Oh man, I'm really at an impasse here. I'm just stuck behind waves of complete lacks of knowledge here. feels like no matter how much I read on these objects here, it's just they're not telling me anything. It's just a whole lot of information that is sort of mystical sounding. That really doesn't mean anything. I just need somebody to translate this into, you need to do this to get that. Give me a simple if-then instruction set here. So this is alignment, which does something. Crystal attunement also does something. Shall we try to attune these crystals? Like a rock crystal. Maybe I can slap that in here? Nope, I can't do anything at all with that. This is most inconvenient. My hope is that maybe creating more constellation pieces of paper here will help me out. These are still going on, unfortunately. Still getting work done, so nothing we can do there. Oh man. Okay. Okay, we've got a link to Transmutation. Let's see if I can set you guys to see this. There we go. Transmutation and star metal. Linking tool is not only used to bind collector crystals to lenses, it can also be used in iron transmutation. Setting down some iron ore near a collector crystal, you're able to use the linking tool to link the collector crystals to the ore. Over time, this ore is going to change into star metal ore. So yeah, you can see... Hold up. This is sitting above the lens here. Is that so? So let me give this a shot. Let's open this back up. And those will grab what we came in here to grab, the flour. Set that to grill, along with the shark meat here. Can it be that simple? Have I forgotten, like, the most basic of steps? No way I have. No way. I'll go make more sandwiches, so get those settled. Do I just have to place a rock crystal on top of these crystal lenses? Is that all I have to do? No way. It said to link a collector crystal to the thing. Yes, we don't have any collector crystals, and we don't have attunement rock crystals yet. But I'm assuming that it works on the same properties, so that attunement and attuned and collector crystals can just be sat above this. And maybe work like that. It is the daytime, so I don't know if this will work out. Let me try. Set this up. No. No, I can't do any of that. Drat and blast. This is not turning out our way. This is really not. And I'd like to focus on the industrial side of things, since our magic is kind of leading nowhere. But it's not happening. We're just getting hung up on some very basic steps here that aren't working out. And at least, assuming he works. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, I think, yeah, there we go. We have to turn these into mulberry sheets first, and he'll compress those. Yeah, we are going to get almost no constellation paper at all off of this step. It's actually sort of inconvenient how little we're getting, because we had to take... We almost had 2 full stacks, right, of mulberry bark. We turned all of those into mulberry pulp, soaked mulberry pulp here that we've got hanging. We had to take 4 of those and turn it into mulberry sheets, and I assume if it does the compression at the normal rate that it does, it'll compress a 9 ratio here for the already compressed by 4 mulberry sheets into a single washi. I'm understanding the process there. So there's a lot of waste going on, really, or there's just a lot that's not going on. I've been stuck on these steps for so long now, though. I'm severely starting to want to do the speedrun strat of just making lava via bucket. We've got a decent amount of lava here, and I suppose when we do make that, we will have an entrance to the Nether with plenty of lava. We're going to have an excess of lava there. We'll wait for the Constellation Papers to finish first. Wait for the Constellation Papers, and then we'll make our final decision. If we haven't made any progress towards it by that point, then we will bite the bullet. We'll give up on our sense of fair play, and we will go for speedrun strats. Okay. So, we're just going to keep reading, and maybe we'll happen upon a connection here that will make sense. The crystal attunement, yada, yada, yada. Construction amplifies the crystal's channeling effects. Enough will have physical effects on the world around it. Okay, this is connected to a ritual pedestal and to attunement. Structure designed for attunement would need to deviate from traditional Starlight structures such as the crafting altar. It would also need to be much larger in order to sufficiently gather enough collective starlight emitted by a single constellation. Such a blanket collection method would require additional focuses for starlight within the structure itself using relays, channeling it to a central point. The placement of relays needs to be deliberate, as they will determine which constellation the altar can attune with. The Constellation Papers can serve as a visible guide to the placements of the relays if held in hand under the night sky. I'm sorry, what? Whoa. So, can I take these Constellation Papers, shift click? Okay, got all these. I'm going to take these out of here. Try to hold these in my hand. What does this tell me? Not a whole lot. Do we remember what night sky was shown last? If we go to our constellations, I think it was most recently a dark moon. So it'll be, what is it? Waning? No, waxing crescents, half moons, and whatever this is. So we'll need ones that go into those categories. Looks like Dissidia here is one that we could rely on. We still haven't found Divorcio. Our Mara could also work. And Vicio could also work. So let's try, let's see, which one of these looks easiest to mimic? Probably Vicio, perhaps? So we'll try pulling out the paper that Vicio has. Yeah, we'll try pulling out Vicio's parchment constellation paper. Here it is. We'll try reading that under the night sky. Put that in here. We'll look at it. Maybe it'll tell us how we're supposed to do this. We might need more lenses than we currently have, which is not too difficult, if I'm recalling correctly. And I'll actually put this back in there until we have to do that. Not too difficult to make. Glass lens, aquamarine, tuned crystal, gold ingot. Infused wood. How did we infuse this wood? I am very much forgetting. Ruined marble. Infused wood. We've done it. We've done it before, so it's clearly something that we've figured out how to do. Not in that constellation. Ah, here it is. Fusing materials with liquid starlight empowers the versatility of the strengthened wood, but of great value in construction and crafting. Because it's an organic material, leaving it to soak in liquid starlight seems to have a different absorption pattern. So, these are all the crafting recipes using infused wood. Let's take wood. Let's take, in fact, we'll bring both planks and wood proper to that. Oak wood, planks. And we'll just stick with the default stuff and eucalyptus wood just in case, so we can test it on the modded woods. And we'll see if we can do some of this infusion stuff. Oops. Oops. Again, the wrong way. All right, there we go. So, does that say to put it over liquid starlight or to put it in this? Let's try both. So it did accept it. I have no idea whether this is doing anything to it or not. Well, while that's in there, we'll put one on here. Okay, that will not accept it. That will not also accept the planks. So it must have to go in here to be infused. Oh, and we need the rods. We need the resonating wand here. Let's start this off right. Okay, so maybe this is taking more starlight than I initially gave it credit for. See how our starlight is doing now. It's starting to come up now that it's getting to sunset. We will make sure to pull out our Visio paper, Constellation paper. See if this tells us any more under the night sky. Oh, yeah. Wait. What was that? Oh, yeah. Look at this. Okay, so we can see with this in our hand. Let's turn our climbing gloves on again. We can see locations where we presumably need to put these lenses. Yeah. And then we set up all these lenses, presumably focusing so that the light follows those lines. Okay, we're making progress finally. Yeah, I think it's oriented this way. Then what? Then what happens? Attunement, I think it is in. Once everything is properly arranged, the central altar and the relays will start glowing as bright blue starlight streams through them, but only at night. Calculations show that the focused rays should be sufficiently strong enough to lift the golden ornaments of the altar from the ground when active. So maybe it'll be even more obvious. Now that it's properly nighttime, we'll need more lenses if we want this to go off. This is not working as intended. How did I get this to work last time? I did get this to work because we've made the lenses before. Constellation exploration? No. Yes. Infused wood. Since an organic liquid material, leaving it to soak in liquid starlight seems to have a different absorption pattern than. Oh no! I remembered entirely what this was. We'll go break that, put it back, and we'll try this with different types of wood first. So we'll start with the wood planks. Okay, no effect there, but yes, we throw it in, and it makes that stuff. Okay, perfect. We are making progress again. We got stalled for quite a bit of time, but now we're making progress. Now, to make the lenses is up here, Discovery? No. To make lenses is an attunement. We need 2 pieces of engraved infused wood per lens. Oh, and we need 3 glass lenses as well. So let's get our glass lenses infused. We're probably only going to be able to make a few with the current number that we have. Let's see if we can get that working. Yeah, there we go. So that's definitely a correct crafting recipe. We'll leave that to do its thing. With the amount that we have, we'll only be able to make 2. So we'll dump 2 more of these. In there. Perfect. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, that's not what I wanted at all. Luckily, we've still got enough. Let's go eat while we wait. And we'll set up the rest of our lenses in the pattern that we saw before from Visio. Oops, did I actually get this started off? I did not. And there we go. Okay. Something's happening. Creepers are spawning. That's what's happening. What? Why are you spawning? Are you summoned by the Starlight? Probably not. Now that we have this, we'll go and mine all these up. Very happy that these aren't breaking irreparably. Okay. One there, one here. One here, yes. One like right here-ish. Okay, it's a little janky, but it works. Then we need 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Can we cast out the glass in time to make all of this? So we only basically need 2 more pieces of glass. Let's get our pieces of glass smelted up here. We've got sand, right? Yeah, we got sand. We just need 1 because we're making glass panes. Get it smelted up in the smeltery. Oh, if our climbing gloves will let us leave. I really do wish that there were beds that let you sleep until nighttime, just like a bed would let you sleep across the night to the day. That would be really convenient, because we can't really do anything with the astral craft. Oh, it almost blew me off course. We can't really do anything with the astral craft except for if it's nighttime. That is really the only time we can do anything. I think we can also afford to turn these gloves back off. They're honestly more of a hindrance than a help. Okay, that's that one done. And then we've got 1 more here. do that. And we get to work with the crafting recipe here again. Okay. Rock crystal, aquamarine, that. Gold ingot, shoot. Ruined marble. 2 rock crystals. 3 rock crystals. Need ruined marble. 6 of it. We're making 3. Aquamarine, 3. 2 or 3? Rather 3 or 6. 6. We'll need to chisel these into ruined marble. We might not be able to do it in the night. Okay, go grab our glass. Perfect. Yeah, that automation system is super handy. We will grab our gold ingot. We'll need 3 of those. We should just about be set. Let's hope we have enough time to do this. Okay. 4, we need 2 more. Perfect. Let's get this crafted up. Oh no, engraved infused wood. Right, and so we need the infused wood planks. So presumably, yeah. Oh, I guess we didn't need quite as much as I thought we did. That'll be enough, and we'll store the extra in here. I don't think this will have enough, unfortunately. Oh no, we did actually. Oh, for the love of... Okay, well, I guess we just have to hope that we can do it during the day. Enough of you. Silence. Okay, we didn't make it quite during the night. But we should now have enough. Wait, hold on. Right. So that'll still at least work during the day. We did end up needing all of that. Used wood. Oh, and we actually already had some sitting around. Now, can we make this lens? Nope, not during the day. And I guess we can't make any more than 1 at a time. Oh, and we'll need way more glass lenses than I had originally thought. So let's get all the preparatory steps going. How many glass lenses do we have? We'll have enough for 2 with this. So I need 3 more. Easy enough to get. Oops. I don't think I started this. Oh no, I see. I don't have enough Starlight to start it. Also, this is dipping for some reason. Is it actually draining this? Certainly not. Suppose it's always worth testing. Yeah, okay, I guess it was. Let's go stick another rock crystal on top of there. So we can get a little bit more going. Now we need 3 more pieces of glass. which will be 2 bits of sand. If we had any sand shards, then we would use those, but we don't. So we'll just have some excess panes laying about. Go and turn that on. We've got our engraved infused wood. We've got our aquamarine, our gold, our glass lenses are in the furnace, in the smelter. And our rock crystals. We should be good, assuming this all goes off without a hitch. Okay, so that's a little buggy with the timings, but it does eventually get poured out. We just do it like so. It'll be easier. Do it manually. Okay, not much progress being made today. So unfortunately, we're just kind of stuck on a few steps here. This should be all we need for our lenses. We'll have that extra glass pane for whenever that happens. We got everything else here. Oops. Open our head. There we go. So, what to do during the day? Honestly, you know what? Let's take a look at all of our things we've got here we haven't done. Could go for a basic crafting table from extended crafting specifically. Which is kind of weird. Yeah, that requires more Stardust, and Stardust is difficult to get at the moment. If we had another quartz dust, it would be easier, but otherwise we have to go through this method, which is just a bit of an annoyance, especially considering we don't have an infinite supply of raw will. So I'd really much rather get that done, get all these created once we have gotten our star metal ingot stuff to craft up and work. Other things we could do, now that's apparently locked to advanced mapping. Make an iron apple. Journey map token. Unless... No, this doesn't... Oh no, this does actually unlock advanced mapping. So this is a whole lot of stuff from the Twilight Forest. Not sure where to get most of it, honestly. And this is from the Betweenlands, the Ring of Ascent, which I would really not like to visit again if I don't have to. I don't absolutely have to. Could go for Blood Magic Altar Caps. Locate Prismarine. We've already located Prismarine. Maybe we have to make these altar caps. Yeah, none of these are altar caps, so maybe we just have to locate Prismarine. Which we have to turn into a sea lantern, maybe? We could make one of those, just to cross it off our list. So we need Prismarine Shards and Prismarine Crystals. And the crystals are made by pressing the Prismarine Shards together if we don't have them. Let's go on and do that. We'll give this one last shot to see if it'll work during the day. Oh, I think it will. Is it evening? No, it is straight up midday. Well, it beats the heck out of me, but if it works... And it's not working anymore. Because this has run out of liquid starlight again. So it does drain, and I think when it drains, it becomes non-functional. And that's when we can't... Yeah, that's when we can't use it. So we'll go and drain that preemptively. Which side is drained? Any of them? That side, I think. Give it a quick check, if we can. Nope. So dump that there and set that to work again. Then we'll grab another crystal, throw it on top here. Whoops. Which got drained this time. This side? That side. Okay. And these two will slowly build their reserve stock back up. So I'm not sure if it drained every time, last time. And honestly, it looks pretty much full everywhere. So maybe it's a random chance if that happens. Can we dump this back in there? No. We'll just store it in there for now. Now we should have all of the components in order to make our next set of lenses. I'm just hoping that tonight is a Visio night. I didn't take a good look at the moon, the shape of the moon. So I'm not entirely sure. You know what? Our washi is probably complete by now. Our horse has been at it for a few days. A few in Minecraft days, so... Hopes are that he... Yep, it looks like he has finished. Is there anything left over in here? Nope, nothing there. None of the top. Did I have exactly enough? Suppose we'll stick that in there, see if he goes off. Nope, not an ounce of movement from him. Well, we've got the washi. So let's see if we can do this during the day. All we need from that is those papers divided by 4, and then that'll be, what, 28? So 7 pieces of... Yeah, I think 7 pieces of Constellation paper. Oh no, we actually have parchment already. We'll just grab all of that, I suppose. And we'll take this all off. Oh, and put that in here, right? Hold on. How do I make Oh no, I make parchment with that. Yeah, no, this should be... What? Oh, come on. Oh, wait. Hold up. This may be just a crafting recipe. Yeah, there we go. Make parchment. We'll have 2 left over, so we'll just put that in the chest. Same with you. And then how to make constellation paper out of the parchment. Is that, obviously. Ah. Oh. Oh, dear. Okay, so maybe it is still easiest to do it in here. That's inconvenient. So maybe we'll leave off on the Constellation paper for later. Maybe we'll just stick on the lenses right now and use what constellations we already know. Okay, I guess we can only really do one of those at a time. So let's get that going on. All right, it's working. Two is work. What the? A flare? Oops. I don't know if I was supposed to do that. It had a health bar. Okay, this should be the third constellation here, or the third lens. Okay. That's that, right? Let's see if we can set this up and do the tuning stuff with it. Linking. Okay, so right, we need to pull out our VCO paper. Oh. And stick one there. One here. And one here. Now with the linking tool, I think it's kind of like a diagonal. So like this. This hasn't worked. Oh, I see, because I'm still linking that first lens. And then maybe this to here or something like that. So what's going on here? They're all set up. Why are you not working? This is exceptionally inconvenient. Well, it's not working. We give it the best shot. Try linking all in one burst. Yeah, so if I don't like set it up between, I can't. It'll like follow me for whatever I do. Yeah, no, that's just not working. So I have to like stop linking them up. Ah, shoot, I'm really stuck here. I'm really, really stuck. Okay, give me a hot second here. Let's see if we can pick this up from somewhere. So, take a look here. Whoops. Star metal ore from Astral Sorcery. So, build 3 to 4 spectral relays. Place one on each side of your altar. You need to be surrounded by a marble setup, so check out your book. This will boost the amount of starlight your altar receives. I'm sorry? I think this is somebody said this to me too. Give me some information on how that would work. I don't think this is what we're looking for. This fellow is unfortunately not getting enough power, enough starlight on his altar, and we're not really having that problem. We're having the problem of getting our iron ore turned directly into star metal for us, and that's what I thought these lenses would help out with, but it doesn't look like they're working like that at all. And I did set them up in the exact spacing that Constellation had told me to set them up in, but evidently that wasn't good enough. I don't quite know why these aren't stacking. I guess they have different properties, and we just happen to have 4 that have exactly the same identical property here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm kind of bummed out by this. I can't move forward until I figure out what our roadblock is. We've just got a few of them, and they're all kind of stacked up on each other. You know what? I'm just going to, let's see, grab my looking glass. Look at that. We found 1 constellation from the night sky already, but nothing more. I was hoping we could grab the looking glass and just kind of stare at the stars for a little. Maybe take in a new constellation, but that doesn't look like it's going to be the case either. So let's drop all this. Let's go and take a breather. Let's relax for a little bit. We've gotten a little stressed out about all of this, all of these issues we've been having progressing. We'll go and throw all of our gunpowder in. I think it's time. It's been a couple nights in a row we haven't gone to bed, so let's take a nice long rest. Let's try to get ourselves a little centered here. Let's try to figure out how this works. Now, our current roadblock that we've got going on right now is that we can't get ground netherrack. We need 8 ground netherrack. No, we just need 1 ground netherrack for a hellfire dust. We turn the hellfire dust, 4 of them with potash, into nether sludge. Hold on a moment. Potash we get from the stoked cauldron. Right, and we need the stoked cauldron. We need a hibachi for that, which we can't get without the hellfire dust. Maybe you have to match the constellation with the one in the sky. You actually may be onto something there. Yeah, so it might be that we didn't have the correct constellation above us. Despite the fact that it showed up on the ground, we just didn't have the correct one above us in the sky. So maybe we have to set it up that way. Okay. Okay, let's go off of that theory. So despite the fact that it said that VCO was in these certain lunar cycles, maybe it's not necessarily the same one that's on those lunar cycles. It just happens to be maybe usable for something else during those. So let's go and hop up here. Let's go take a look at our astral tome and see the maximum number of points that our current constellations have. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This has 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could potentially, if we get unlucky, get either 8 or 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So let's get as many linking tools as we have for our maximum number here. We've got 7 at the moment, just enough to do that. Let's go make 2 more. Conveniently, we've already got the 2 engraved infused wood. We can make 4 runed marble. Lovely. We need some more glass lenses. We've got 1 sitting in there, but we will need 5, so we need a few more. Turn this back on and grab that out of there. So, what else will we need? We will need rock crystals, 2 of them. We will need gold, 2. Aquamarine, 2. What do you need? 5 pieces of glass. Yeah, we need them. We need them for the lens construction. We're just going to, while it's the day, we will construct as many lenses as our current max knowledge of constellations says it'll require, and the max that we saw there was 9. So as long as any of the new constellations we have aren't more than 9, if we make 9 lenses, we should have enough lenses no matter what constellation it is to set it up. Oh wait, I forgot to jump here. Thought that was a little longer than usual. So. Oh, well, there goes that one. We know that we can set this up during the day. Resonating wand. Perfect. Go tap that in. This is all full up. That one's still going. And that should do its part on making the glass lenses. Do we have spare glass lenses in here? We do not, but we do have our liquid Starlight bucket in case it empties out. And we have a gold nugget sitting in there for some reason. Okay, interesting. All right, did this empty any of the pools? Signs point to no, so we don't have to fill it up just yet. Oops, wrong room. Now that we're in here, yes, we've got our glass panes, the rest of them. We've got 1, 2. We'll have to take 4 more. 2 can stay. 2 will stay over in that chest over there. Oops. Bonked our noggin on a thing again. Oh boy, okay. So let's go collect our... Oh no, we already did. Oh, hold up. Okay, I guess it's good that we brought the extras because we actually needed more than I thought we did. This singular one is one of the many that we'll need. So we'll let them do that thing. There we go, and we saw that corner dip down there, which means just fill it up like that. Grab our next bucket for it. We might want to move those buckets over here, maybe. Not quite sure. Anything dip? I don't think it did. It's very nice that we can at least do this part during the day. Having to wait for night to do everything makes it a really tight time crunch, even though it doesn't feel like it. That's 4. Sweet, still nothing unfilled this time. This will be the 5th one, and this should be the last one. Okay, and nothing needed to be filled up there either. Perfect. So we've now got everything sans 1 gold nugget to make those next few lenses that we need. Right? 2 rune marble. 4 rune marble. 4 engraved infused wood. Wait, right? Yeah, this is engraved infused wood. Then 6 glass lenses, check. Rock crystals we can grab out of the chest. Aquamarine we've got 4 of. Then we just need to go grab the gold ingot. Okay, we are firmly prepared. I do believe. Didn't actually end up needing that, which is great. And got our extra piece of gold there. Oh, okay, we're good. Almost missed it. I think we launched at an off angle. So, we should everything necessary to slot in there. Save the aquamarine and the rock crystals. We're actually running low on kind of both of those. So we'll wait until night comes. Not too far now. Should we do anything while we wait? Probably. I can't quite bring up anything to mind. Maybe we could go run and check in on a rock crystal encampment across the river here. But I think that would take a little bit more time than I want to put in there necessarily. Oh, actually, there's one right across the river. I think I see the hole right there. And a sheep. All right. I guess one migrated across the river. So down here at the bottom of the world, we'll just mine a few. We'll fill up our inventory. Shouldn't take too much. Yep, that's it. Like 4 was enough. Which is good, because the nighttime has come again. Perfect. It's early enough here that the monsters aren't spawning in too heavily yet. But late enough that we should be able to start on this crafting. Okay. Back up here. So it's a zombie. That's fine, I guess. Stick 2 in there, 3 in there. Leave 1 for the crafting recipe. Now, while this is going on for both of them, we should get out our looking glass. And see what constellation is in the night sky tonight. There it is. It's that one. So we're actually good if we had just stayed on the amount of lenses that we currently have. This is fine too. We'll throw our spyglass back in and pull. Oops. Well, that's going to be a problem for a while. Which constellation? Armara out. So, we've got this. We've got... Oh yeah, so it looks like these actually have... or not too uncommon to have duplicates of certain power rankings or whatever these extra notes on them are. It's not very uncommon. And here, perfect. According to that, it's all good. We'll put this back in the Astral Tome. We can actually take a look at it. I think it was kind of like a fox, sort of a fox-looking type of thing. Yeah, so everything connects up here, just about. Then there's a big kind of face. We forgot our linking tool. So the thing that bugs me about this, right, is that there are multiple links to each of these, but it says that to do this, it'll stop linking, which just makes no sense to me. And I'm also not following... Yeah, I'm also just not following how the linking is supposed to work, because I feel like there should be blue beams of light showing up. And they're not. So maybe I just have to go through... and link everything all at once? The problem is I just link the singular... Okay. Maybe I need to link all the lenses to a block. And the fact that they're set up in this order maybe means that I can do something with it. Since we don't have our magma blocks, we kind of tossed them back there. Let's test with the iron. Can I do anything about that? No. No. Nada, nothing. Oh, man. I'm not sure what this means. So this is clearly something in the crafting table that we have to do. Probably to imbue something with the power of this, which is defense. Yeah, no. Color me completely confused here. Well, we gave everything our best shot. We really did. There's something I'm clearly misunderstanding, some fundamental aspect of this linking process that I'm just not understanding. And if anybody has it, please feel free to enlighten me. I've got no clue where to take this from here on out. So we'll call this as far as we can get on that path. We've got to find a different path. I think our next best option is the hibachi here. And I say that because... Let's see if we can toss these back. Even if we don't go back to the nether, We need 8 Hellfire Dust per each concentrated Hellfire ingot. Hellfire Dust is made by throwing ground netherrack in there. And we've got 8 more. Do we have Hellfire Dust anywhere else? I think we already did. So we have 8 already. If we can summon up 8 more, then we should be good. Oh man. I'm actually marginally annoyed that nothing we did with that Astral Sorcery stuff, nothing that we even tried to do, panned out. Like, not a single piece of that. That really annoyed me. I thought I had it relatively understood. We got the linking tool, we assembled the altar and everything. We even placed all of those lenses where we thought they should be, but no dice. No dice at all. That'll be something I'll research for next time, I suppose. For this time, we'll at least try to get back on track here. So we could go straight to making food, but since flour... Maybe not flour. No, actually, since flour can be optimized a little bit, and that is going to be kind of our last step. Well, you know, we can make flour without having to make complex machines, and we can make it automatically too. Sugar is also grinding, I assume? Yes, sugar is also grinding. And, it was paper. It was the paper here for the fish and chips that was the issue. That was what we wanted to get this for, to get the mixer for. But it's honestly a doable feat. And we also have our sandwiches here. Flatbread, apparently. How did I make flatbread? I'm sorry, what? Oh, shoot. Okay, I made dough. I made flour instead of dough. I found out, though, that wouldn't save you any glue. That's correct, but I'd like to not have to stand at the basin and go swirl everything around for a long time. So does this make anything better? Nope, this doesn't turn into just about anything. That's actually really annoying. So we missed a step here. Now we have bread that we can't use for sandwiches. Because nobody makes sandwiches out of flatbread, surely. No way. Or burritos or anything. And we got some shark meat. I'm just gonna I'm gonna take the loss on the flatbread. I'll throw it in there. Sort of the same thing. And we'll whip up some wheat here. One thing that I do want to double check for this. Does this create more than 1 per flour? No. Oh man, if we'd not baked that flour, if we left it as is, we would have been able to use it in this. So that's actually a double loss. Ah, that's inconvenient. Okay, well, we'll go and throw this back into the grinder. We'll make sure to actually turn it into dough next time. And we will give up. That's what we'll do. We'll give up. We're going to forget the old trying to do this properly shtick that we were trying to go for. Shove water here. Not here, there. I think if we... No, we don't have any blocks to stack. this isn't working quite as intended. There we go. With that so placed, or not, well, we'll be able to make some obsidian. We should be. I don't really understand the mechanics on that. I'm not actually entirely certain how obsidian placement works when you're using lava and water blocks and that sort of thing. I have definitely flunked out a sky block before because I didn't understand how that worked, and I consumed up my only block of water. We tried it the proper way. We gave it a really good shot. Like, we really tried for it. And it didn't work. So we're going to do it this way. And it's so easy, I'm wondering why we bothered at all. And we will put the corner blocks in, just to... Whoa, what the... Okay, that was the... Something about that send just slowed me down to a frame rate crawl. I should do the tops of this first. This is actually going to be inconvenient because I need... Okay, I'll go block it off here, everywhere around. I need the water to come up 2 more. Nope, that didn't work. Something about that was wrong. I need to grab this water and place it a little higher. If I want this to work out the way that I do. Okay, so let's get our lava bucket, place that there. Perfect. And then there. Okay. And we'll need to go back for that. Ooh, ow. I may have fallen in, but it was not due to me landing in it with the slime sling, which some of you, the faithless of you, have proclaimed would happen. I definitely did not fall in due to the slime sling. Huh? I'm sorry, what? Well, where did my... What? Oh, that's not good. Okay, there we go. Said you'd accidentally fallen somehow. No. You attributed it directly to the slime sling, and that did not happen. The slime sling was not involved in that process, except with the exception of actually getting me over there. I made that fall entirely on my own. Thank you very much. All right, all those replanted. I can grab all these back. And honestly, we can slap our torches back on top because they did used to be up here back when it was dirt. How's our nutrition doing? Fruits naturally topped off. And we need to go grab more Oh, no, we don't actually need to go grab more lava as of yet. We still have a fair bit. Alright, one more run, and we should be good. And we only need 3 buckets this time. Okay, you were right. I slime slinged in there. Haha. I didn't die though. We're still alive. We're just a little toasted for wear. And lo and behold, we have a functioning Nether Portal. Gained entirely for realsies and definitely not because of any trickery here. That is still full up. We'll just leave the lava bucket. We won't do that smelting thing we did last time to drain the last of it out. We'll leave the Nether lava bucket in with the rest. You're just asking me about how you wouldn't do exactly that. Oh, well, you know, even the best laid plans and the carefulest hands can go to absolute disaster. Speaking of absolute disaster, we need to light this place up now. Now that we have dropped our totemic torch into our inventory. I don't mind removing the totemic torches. They start becoming less and less useful more ages we get on, and we unfortunately can't upgrade them in any way like we could do with the forced to light torches, the early game torches. So, we've got access to that. We'll go sleep the night away. We will grab our food stores, I guess. No, we've got the primal, the cooked shark meat here. Even though it only fills up 1 stat, it is still a decent food source. Pretty much as good as those sandwiches we were making before. We do need a flint and steel, which we've got plenty of for some reason. I think we were just picking them up randomly in the Nether Fortress. And we've got ourselves a home Nether Portal. Definitely glad that I had an enclosed portal room before this, because I do not want any nasties coming in through that. Do we need to bring anything further here? I don't think we will. All we're going in there for is to grab some extra netherrack. If we happen to fall into an ice biome or see one close by, maybe we'll go in there, because there are a few things that we actually need to go into that ice biome for. The Arctic Abyss biome. I do believe we have to grab Icy Quartz. I think that's the one we might be able to grab at present. Yeah, no, that'll be something that we might get, but that'll be entirely dependent on whether or not that's what we find here. So let's go and hop in and see. Maybe. Perhaps. We'll take a hot second here, probably because we're further away from where we spawned in. So this area probably hasn't been rendered at all. All right. Wait. Hold on. Hold on a minute. You're kidding. So all of that space that we crossed to get to that first Nether portal, it's over there. It's that far. It is, what, in that direction, maybe like 100 blocks? This is why Nether travel is stupid. This is why nether travel is much better than doing anything the normal way. Alright, whatever. We're gonna smack some netherrack, normal netherrack. Or I guess this is fiery netherrack? I don't know. Somehow different than the other type of netherrack we had. Gonna hit it with a hammer. Can we sneakily get this? We shouldn't be able to harvest this yet, because this is... I don't know what tier 3 is effectively, but... If we're able to sneakily harvest this, we'd be able to essentially... No, we won't do that. We already skipped over one part. We already skipped over the ability to... We already skipped over the way we were supposed to make another portal. We're not going to do that as well. What's this stuff? Basalt. Another type of salt. Another basalt. Let's dig out a nice big cave here. Get a few stacks of this stuff, and then we'll grind it all to dust and plug it into a machine somewhere. Somehow. Some type of machine. Alright. 4 and a bit should be plenty enough here to sustain our requirements. Hopefully this will put us back in our home nether portal. Yep, okay, we did. I was a little afraid that because that secondary portal was so close, I was kind of afraid it would spit me out all the way back there, which would be super not good. But we'll throw everything in there. We need 16 more netherrack to be ground up and turned into gloomy netherrack through the use of soul sand. Nope, that's... where's our soul sand? There it is. So, if I still remember how to use this machine correctly, we need to put the soul stand in as a filter, and then we just toss this... Whoa. Toss this on the top? Sorry, what? You're kidding. You're kidding me. Ground netherrack. Oh, right. Ground netherrack. Okay. So we need to put this in the mill first. Right, and it makes that horrific screaming sound. We are going to spend as little time there as possible while that's going on. Let's just put a silencer block in there. I mean, I could. Oh, actually. No, you're entirely right, because I hate the sound in there. I was about to say I could do that, but then it would, you know, block all of the sounds. But I don't think there's a single sound in there that I enjoy. I hate all of the sounds that come out from that area. Yeah, you're totally right. Let's put in a soundproofing block. Just right next to that machine. So it doesn't deafen me the whole time. Where should I place it, though? There we go. Nice and quiet. No screaming at all. Well, a little bit of screaming. Our flower's done. We've got a torch in there that fell out. I think that's probably quiet enough, honestly. Like... It's not terrible. The screaming's a little annoying, but it's like hearing it from a distant apartment. And we're right up next to it, so I think that's okay. I think that's not bad. Now we do have to turn this into dough this time. So we'll go grab our salt, which should be in the... Yeah, it should be in here. Not a whole lot left, honestly. But it should be enough, at least, to be put in our basin and turn all our bread, or all our flour into dough. We'll just let this screaming go on. Wait, don't turn it into dough. Use it for pumpkin. Oh, you're right. We need to use it just as is for pumpkin pies. Totally right. Thank you very much for catching that. I would have... Huh? Why are these wrong? Why are these different? Okay, no idea. No clue. Yeah, we need to leave this dough as is. Turn the salt back in here, put the dough in here. This is going to be my catch-all department for food, for like fruits and vegetables, and then like food tangential products. Bread, flatbread, canola, whatever that does. What does canola do? Makes canola seeds, makes canola oil. Canola oil does not make anything else yet, though. Okay, well, yeah, that's that. Now we just have to wait for our screaming netherrack to get all finished. It's not a real trumpet skeleton, right? Do we leave something below ground? Nope. I think it was just the portal making sounds at us. Let's see how we're doing on chicken materials here. Oh yeah, we got plenty. So for raw eggs, I'm not going to bring any of that stuff in there. We've got, because we already have tons and tons of this. Where is our raw egg? I think we already had one somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So we'll put a single egg back in. And then... Oh! Oh, you made a child! Are you kidding? Okay, so apparently these still make chickens. Which I did not realize. Uh-oh. This is a problem. So we now have an infestation of chickens in our house. I could have stopped after the first one, but I figured I was in for the long haul. Alright, that's solved. Unfortunately, it's left us with fewer raw eggs than we needed for a full stack of that, so we need 3 plus 4, 7 more? Let's hope that none of these turn into chickens. Baby chickens, that is. Oh, oops, that does not go there. You. I don't know what I've grabbed. Really? Come on. There we go. 64 raw egg. We've got 64 pumpkins, right? Yep, we got that much. Oops. I need to go back down there. Go grab some more pumpkins. Unfortunately, we can't harvest all that many at one time. We just don't have enough rows of them. But those will eventually be our source of fruit and protein here. Somehow. Wait, hold on a second. What? Fruit and protein? That's not what we need. Yeah, we've got protein. Hold on. We need fruit and grain. You're kidding me. A pumpkin. How did I not read that correctly? How is dough considered protein? There's egg in there, I guess. Oh, come on. Come on. Well, I guess we've got to figure that out. I don't want to use anything from the Betweenlands. There are a few Betweenlands recipe that gives us fruit and grain, but I think we're going to switch out our fish and chips instead. So we have this apparently gives fruit and protein. That's okay. For the other thing, we need to go get grain and vegetable, I guess. So what does that? Grain protein. Grain protein. Hearty stew, but that's kind of a few steps here. I don't know if there's anything that just gives grain and vegetable. Could make pizza, but that's a big step. Really? You gotta add all the toppings here? Okay. Fruit and grain jam donut. Oh man. Okay. Our base 2 of man. Our base of having 2 options here is not working out as well as I thought. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing any vegetable and grain other than things that give 3. And none of those give fruit. Which is very much annoying. Okay, so we've got to rethink our source of food here. Raw angler meat. Oh, I see. This is from the Betweenlands. Well, shoot. How do we build this out then? I am just frankly amazed that pumpkin pie counts as fruit and protein, not fruit and grain. Seriously, would any of you guys consider a pumpkin as something with egg in it, like where the egg is just used to make the dough or something like that? Would you not consider that grain and not protein? What? That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. I think uh okay. Okay. So how do we resolve this issue? We could go with the 3 topping instead of a 2. So we could go for something like this pizza, I guess. Cheese is a multi-step sort of process, but we could get it going. Some cows. We'd have to get a cow farm going. Meatballs, just ground meat in a cauldron. Ground meat is just obviously meat milled up together. So that would... Oh, that does count fish, though. Of course, it only counts the 2 types of fish that are already in the game. So that excess fish is still going to waste for us. bacon is pork chops. Yeah, which we just have to get off a pig. So we'll have to get a pig slaughter farm going. I'd like to get some sort of automated farming system. Where it'll basic farmer. Shift for more intro. Occupy the front side. Oh, so, okay, so this is probably for, like, tilling the land off of a cart or something like that. Judging with the fact it's from Steve's carts, too. Yeah, I'm really not sure then. Well, shoot. That kind of throws a wrench in our plans. Or in my plans, at least. The ground netherrack is all done. Now, we can throw it in here with the soul sand. There we go. There we go. And so now that we have this hellfire dust... Even your eating is quiet by the silencer. Yeah, I do find that a little funny. But we've got this hellfire dust. We now need to make the potash, which is just logs or planks or sawdust, whatever, thrown in there. And we need... Oops. What do we need? One of these to every 4 hellfire dust. So with 24, we need 6? 6, I think. So let's get 4 planks times 6, so 24 planks. And stick them in a cauldron. There we go. Now please tell me. Oh, it needs to be stoked. Come on. Come on, man. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a hot moment here. We don't even need that. Okay, we just throw this in there. Why? What? Why? Why did I think that this needed to be mixed with potash? Does it have to be a special cauldron, though, or a special type of stoking? No. No, it does not. Luckily for us, for some reason, I got it in my head that we needed potash when we did not, in fact. So we don't actually have to have this, these planks turned into potash at all. We'll just throw the hellfire ingots in there, or the hellfire dust, 8 of which will turn into ingots. We'll have the 3 ingots. We need the stone, which we've got. We need a heating element, which I think we already made. Then we need redstone, and we'll have a hibachi. Redstone signal delight. Special type of stoking. Sorry, I meant for the wood. Yeah, for the wood. For the wood, we would have needed a stoked cauldron. And in fact, since we'll need one for the furnace and one for the one for the furnace and one for the kiln, the like specialized kiln that we had up here that wasn't working out. We should actually grind up some more screaming netherrack here. Yeah, there we go. So this is turning into the hellfire, concentrated hellfire ingots. It'll take 8 of these, and then if we wait, it'll turn them into that. So that's perfect. So once we get that going, is the hibachi, does that take wood? Does this take any sort of fuel? I've got no idea. I kind of think it doesn't. All things considered, because there's no like if we put in like coal or something, it shows what you can put it in, what it'll burn, so it'll Or at least that's what I thought it did. Let me see. Yeah. So you can see it goes into fuel, and it'll show you, for the most part, where you can put it in. But I haven't seen the hibachi on any of those lists before. So I think the hibachi might just run purely on redstone signal. All right, and there's our concentrated hellfire. So let's go grab everything and finally assemble this thing. I don't know why we made it so much harder on ourselves. We need that heating element here, which we've got. We need 4 stone and a redstone. Okay. Let's put this together. See if this is something worthwhile. Very much hope it is. Ah! Oh, and we conveniently made both those achievements go off. And that was from this era? Yes, it was. That was from this era. Ah, we probably needed potash to make the nether brick here. So that is involved in the arc furnace? That's involved in some of the... Ah, no, the ability to get the arc furnace, the steel making machine. Or is just steel proper? Don't give me soul fire. Here it is. So we need a blast furnace. To make the blast furnace blocks, we need potash, which we will combine with nether brick, which we will make steel with. Well, we have this. We've got our first one down. Let's temporarily block this up. I don't have any blocks. Take the dirt light here. Just cover that for a second. This is all... Oops. No. That's not what I wanted to. Oh! Apparently you can just toss things into the cauldron and they'll count themselves as done. Now, how is this going to work? Because it said it needed a redstone signal. I'll kind of set this up like so. I think we've got a lever somewhere. I think we might have a spare one. Let's double check our... Would that be in tools? Probably not. Probably would be in here. If we don't, it's easy enough to make one. Got sticks and we've got cobblestone. We'll go make a lever. We'll stick it on the block in front of the cauldron, I think, and we'll see how that works. Actually, in fact, I think I'll try it with this one before we do anything. Because we have been trying to get this kiln to work since before we were, I think, even in this era. So if we stick it here, that's like a little stove. Whoa! Yeah, there we go. So now, is this going to work? This is the design that the Better with Mods book gave us. One of the many designs. Yeah, and that looks like that just works off of the redstone signal. So I'm actually going to scooch this closer. I'm going to put it right above, because I think it might need to be. So if we put that like so, we need to... Oh, we need to do something about this. Put that there for now. There we go, and that'll flow again. Put this in the back. Drop it down. And mine it out. So we've got this unfired crucible. We know that the unfired crucible only works if it's in a kiln. In what's considered a kiln. Is it working? Oh, man. I can't tell. So let's try moving them both lower again. So the issue with this is that I have no frame of reference for whether or not this is fired. It's got a hibachi under it. but it does not seem to be showing any indication of whether or not it is or is not set ablaze. Go set up the dirt light back there. We've got cobblestone from somewhere that we can use up here. So, since this isn't working out, oops. Oh, that's nice. It actually auto lights itself. Ah, and we probably got the cobblestone from down there. Let's go and do it with this block instead. So if we put it here, with the cauldron, we have a UI in there. So we've got the cauldron. So it should tell us whether or not it is stoked. Immediately. But just judging by the fact that it'll make progress. Make or not make progress. Is there something that we could make here? Could try to make potash. Not seeing anything, any processing here. Let's go grab some of that wood, since we do need to make the potash anyway. What's in here? Just grab 4. And if this functions correctly, if this functions the way that I think it should, then this will start turning into potash? It's not. And I'm not sure exactly why it is not. Alright. We'll do the same test. God, it is weird that it's so quiet. Same test. Putting hibachi right under. So like that. So it's basically just pressed up against there. Dirt block, lever, and it's fired. And I swear to God, if this is... messed up because... No, the Modularium plank of wood should be working. What's up with this? Come on. Alright, you better give me an explicit reason for why this is not working. Cauldron. I will not work with the cauldron. This applies when you've stoked the cauldron as well. The stoked flame of the hibachi will apply its effects better if the entire 3x3 under it is filled with hot fire. Okay, so where is that hibachi in here? Oh, you know what? Hibachi requires... Right, to stoke, you need the bellows, right? Maybe? Only the flames of a hibachi are strong enough to be... Okay. Sweet. So we got that. We missed a step there. That's what was going wrong. Where is our hibachi? Or our bellows, rather. Okay. So let's replace these on down here. Man, that is still so weird. So we'll put the bellows... How do we power these both? I'd like to power them both. Maybe we'll put the bellows here. How do we tell which side it comes out of? I can't see. So maybe we'll test it on that other area again. Oops. We are moving things left, right, and center here. It's okay if we have to use two levers in order to get this to work. So I can't, unfortunately, tell if this is working. It said to right-click with an empty hand in order to rotate the hibachi. It's probably that it's not on. Oops. Let's go make ourselves another lever. Let's make ourselves another 3 for if this eventually does work. And we'll actually grab ourselves some dirt, too, since we keep seeming to encounter issues with it. What? Crafting station. That's not how that's supposed to go. Suppose we'll just bring it with us. So, is the bellows working? Given mechanical power. Oh, given mechanical power. Okay. That's actually a bit of a problem. Though maybe I'm overthinking it. I might be overthinking this a lot. So we need more mechanical power. We're basically out of power from this gearbox here. But if we use these this aqueduct system that we have, these aqueduct blocks, we'll be able to pull this along here and set up... Yes. Yes, I think that's how that'll work. So let's get this all moved out of the way. And we'll have to go and create some more aqueducts again. We'll just fill this in with dirt. Matters not to me how that is supposed to go. This will have to be moved, unfortunately. That's just the nature of things. And we'll steal this aqueduct block. Since we can't really use it over here anymore. We'll just be using... we'll be getting it from there anyway. So, aqueduct block. Clay over sandstone. There's also... aqueduct. Clay over a few other items. I think sandstone's still probably the best option that we have. Maybe stone. But it does look like it's still moving, the water in this. So I assume that it would still power adequately the systems here. Now, we've got a fair bit of sandstone, just a little bit. Was this just... Right, no, clay blocks, which presumably are made in the press? Yeah. And is that 4 or 8? Sorry, 4 or 9 that it takes? 4. Okay, so same output. Honestly, I'll just say 12. That'll be... yeah, so 24. Let's put 24 in there. Oh, and we'll have to do that by 3s, so... 24 will make 4 compressed 8. So we'll need one more. 27. Oops, sorry, horse. Yeah, I think that math stacks up. 24 divided by 4 is 6. And 3s, that only makes 2 blocks. Oh, wow. Well, no, we'll need way more than that. What am I talking about? What am I thinking about? Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. We'll start it off there. We'll start it off with that. And then we will try and get all of this sorted out. So everything in here, except for maybe the low-grade charcoal, which I'll consider a processed block, goes up there. Same with the mulberry pulp. No, I'll put that in there. still, I can't remember why we needed that unfired crucible, but we did attempt to make it work. Fortunately, it did not. And that is all of that fired. Now, the reason that I didn't pull it out is because I noticed that this makes it by 3s rather than by individuals, so we're not actually losing out on any material. I think 7 should be enough. I could be wrong, but I think it should be enough to get across the room to another section here. Now, I believe, yeah, here it is. So I'll just mine this down so we can get under there. Okay, that doesn't need to be taken away. This does, however. Okay, so if I can swim against the current here for long enough. Man, it is super weird to hear everything just a little bit too quiet. I'm just like, are my headphones on? What's happening here? Oh, and we need to get these aqueduct blocks on. Oh man, this is dreadfully slow. So let's hope this ends up working out. Let's see, wall comes right here. There we go. Is that still going? Yes, it is. It looks like it is. All right, perfect. So we didn't end up having enough aqueduct blocks to get this to go all the way, but we do know that the logic of it is sound. The water wheel is still moving, which means there's still a current going past it. We need, I think this is a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 block width. So exactly this much. We need at least 5 more of those blocks there. Picked up some marble. You know, let's just toss everything back where it needs to go. Perfect. Hang on, the worms. Where did the worms go? Oh no, the worms are still in my inventory. What else was there that I'm thinking of here? I have no idea. There was something in these blocks here, but okay, well, let's go and get some more clay and compress it. 24 should do us good. That'll make 2 sets of it, which will come out to a little bit more than we need. Unfortunately, we will need to make another water wheel. Which is just wood blades surrounded by a copper gear. Wood blades are slabs plus slime balls, both of which I think we should have some of. Yeah. 4 slabs and a slime ball should be glue up here. Oh, that makes 1 wood blade. Okay, so we need more than that. We need 8, which means we need 7 more. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 wood slabs, not enough for what we got. So we'll chop. Now, chopping these in half makes them... Yeah, we just make the slabs like this, right? No. How do we make slabs? Hold on. Does chopping them in half actually... It totally does that. Huh? Do you not make slabs? Are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding. Do these make slabs? I will turn this into a different type of wood if it makes slabs for me. How on earth are slabs made? These are made normally. These are made normally. Mulberry just doesn't have a slab variety, apparently, evidently. Does eucalyptus wood, we chop you into planks, do you make slabs? Yes. Yes. Okay. Eucalyptus, you're getting chopped. Some of the limitations of the mods in this game, some of them really confuse me. Make no sense to me whatsoever. We will at least be able to finish this off here. There's our gravel, our sandstone. Can we make any more aqueduct blocks with something easier to find? Stone, polished granite, diorite. Those blocks as well. Because we are running a little bit low on yeah, no. I think we'll use granite if we've got it. Yeah, look at that. That'll be easier than using our sandstone, which we have a limited supply of and which we use for other things. This, meanwhile, is used for pretty much nothing. So I have no qualms about turning it into a aqueduct block here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that's that. That is all done. We've got a spare aqueduct block. That'll probably go up here, because it's kind of a man-made sort of thing. We'll dump our worms back here, and wait for our eucalyptus to get turned into planks so we can turn it into slabs. I think it should be all done now. Yeah, there we go. And we needed 28. One more. 28. We'll have a little bit spare. That's okay. We may actually run out of glue in this process, unfortunately. There's those 8 water wheel sticks left. Just the barest amount of glue left, which I think was just about our entire stores of rotten flesh at one point. So that is all eaten through. We need to make the water wheel. There it is. Which needs the wooden gear, or the copper gear here. We should have, let's see, copper standard. Where is that? There it is. And we should only need, what, 2 of those to make a copper gear? 4 to make a copper gear. Because we do have a gear cast, and if not, we can make one. I think it'll be easier than having to go through the whole process. Yeah, there we go. So let's stick the 4 copper in there, let them smelt down. Then we'll assemble this water wheel. I suppose while this is happening, we can go and make ourselves the axle, which just requires black quartz, I believe it was. Axle spelled like this, yeah. Oh, and we can actually make a steel axle. But we need whatever the heck this is. Yeah, super weird. Oh, I remember why we were trying to make a crucible. We can get back materials if we throw them in here. If we have a stoked one, but yeah, no, not that steel axle. We'll just need to stick with the wooden one, which just requires molding, hemp rope. Oh, it doesn't even require the black quartz anymore. Sweet. So just molding and hemp rope. We have both of those, or the ability to make both of those. Oh, there we go. Hemp fibers. I think rope is like this. How does that hemp rope made? Oh, I was right. I just put it in the wrong orientation. Now we'll need a few of these, unfortunately. We can only make 3, so that'll be fine for now. Well, we will need 1 for the water wheel, 1 for the axle coming out of the water wheel. We'll probably need it for the... Oh, that was still on. There we go. So that should be done. I didn't even realize that was on. Luckily, we didn't put anything in there that we needed to cast individually. Oh, we don't have a crafting bench in here. Let's get this all crafted together. Where did our rope go? Ah, there it is. Threw the wrong one back in. And then the molding, which we can make right now. Yep, siding, and then I think we'll need 1 more. Oops, wrong one. So we'll just have some extra. We will eventually need to make more axles anyway, so this will be fine. Check our nutrition here. Protein's good. Guess we'll switch back to apples. We might as well. And we've got the axles. Okay, so let's get this all set up then. I think we will do exactly the same sort of... Oh, I guess we forgot to bring it. I was about to say we were going to do the same sort of dirt setup as last time. Now let's see how far up this is. This is, I think, about head height. We put that there. Set the water wheel on it. Hey, there we go. And then we'll block that in so we don't accidentally have anything fall into it. We'll just do another dirt wall with it. We need an axle coming out of it. And then we'll need a gearbox here. So the wooden gearbox. Looks like we can make upgraded versions. Yeah, but we need whatever the soul-forged steel anvil is. Clutch box. What does this do? I have no idea. All right, well, that's fascinating. We've got access to whatever that is. Luckily, we won't ever have a broken gearbox because we aren't using windmills. We're using just water mills. Yeah, so this is... going to be easier? Easier or harder? Ah, I see. So it'll be a little easier now because we won't need to use the slabs. We can actually use the moldings instead. That's why there's a difference between stage 1 crafting and stage 2 crafting. So we just need 2 wooden gears, 2 bronze plates, an axle, which I think we have a spare of, yeah. And then the 4 moldings of any kind, I assume. I'm going to just assume that we can use any type of molding here. All right. So first things first, bronze plate. Ooh, we're kind of low on bronze. Guess we can get that crafting. Can we get that smelted directly from our smeltery? Because we know that they can mix ores in there. What is it? It's 3 pieces of copper to 1 piece of tin, I think this is the ratio. I'm going to actually try that out because we haven't tried to get that sort of thing going instead of doing the alloy furnace. Let me see if that works in here. And if it doesn't, it should just cast out individually. So our tin is in. I'm going to actually watch this go through, though I suppose I'll take our bronze ingots and turn them into plates while we wait. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely turning into molten bronze. So it takes a little while to count up here, it looks like. But yeah, look at that. That's fantastic. So we can just immediately craft those into ingots instead of having to put them in the alloy furnace here. Wonderful. Whoops, I've gotten into bed again instead of closing the door. Well, we've got the bocce. Right, we're making the gearbox. So we've got 4 moldings. We need the wooden gears, which, ooh, do we have? Okay, we've got enough for 2 wooden gears and 1 spare. So we'll grab our sticks and our wood. The useless wood that we can't turn into anything else, apparently. And that. Nope. I think I need to, yeah, cycle those around. Plates, gears, molding. We should be good, right? Gears, axle, plates, molding. Perfect. And we've got another gearbox. And no more room left in our chest here, it seems. And hey, we've got all of that. That's wonderful. That is fantastic. So I'll go and seal this off. And I think I'm going to call it for the stream. We are over time, about by half an hour. Even though it feels like we've done absolutely nothing. Like, trust me, I feel it too. We have been here for 3.5 hours now. Amazingly. It was a day full of failure, honestly. We failed at the Astral Sorcery stuff like 12 times over. It was honestly kind of absurd, the amount of times we messed that up. We just never managed to get it working. I will do a lot of research before the next time. We did, after a few failures with the Crucible here and the Hibachi, finally understand why it was failing. So that's good. We'll have that knowledge the next time that we come back here. And so we'll hopefully be able to get up the Crucible, which I think we'll set up over here. And no, actually, maybe we'll set up the kiln over here. No, we'll need the Crucible over here. And the kiln, the Better with Mod specific kiln, we'll set those up by both of these, so that the bellows can actually stoke using the mechanical power from this from our water mill here. We'll do that next time. I will wrap my head around what I am supposed to possibly do over in the Astral Sorcery stuff. I will figure that out. I absolutely will, because that's holding us back a little bit, and I just want to make our existence a little bit easier getting that star metal ore. I don't want to have to go through a whole, like, 10-step process every time I want to get that, because that seems like it's a pretty common material to have to use in Astral Sorcery stuff. So I will absolutely figure out how that works before we come back next time. That would be on Monday, 3 PST. I will be showing up and playing more Sevtech Ages. And the day after that, if you're not just interested in the Sevtech Ages stuff, I will be back on Sunless Sea, Tuesday at 3 PST. Gotten very, very far in there, and we finally got some movement going. They'll be back there then. But for now, I think that's the end of the stream. We've got everything in our inventory. We'll get this crucible fired up, and that way we'll actually also be able to get a return on our stuff for some of these, like, extra... Maybe I've already tossed them. Extra, like, weapons and stuff that we've just been randomly stumbling upon from all the zombies that we interact with. We'll be able to get a return on those, hopefully. Just a little bit of iron or gold. Either of them would be nice from each of those. We'll get those all set up. We'll figure out the Astral Sorcery stuff. Maybe one day we'll get to the laundry list of modular machinery here. Hopefully that'll be next time. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be the time after that. Maybe it'll be the time after that. But we will get to it. And I will wrap my head around this engineering stuff that I am getting absolutely clobbered with at the moment. But again, that'll be next time. Monday, 3 PST. For now, I'm going to call the end of the stream here. It's been kind of a rough day. We didn't get nearly as much done. We didn't get almost anything done. But maybe next time will be better. So I hope to see you either Monday, Tuesday, or some other day. If not, you know, go out there, do your own thing, make it stick. Don't give up if you have a day where you just don't accomplish anything like we did. I will see you all later. I'm headed out. Cheers, everybody.